Melody, why aren't you answering the phone? You're not busy anyway. Answer the phone.
You called me? Was it urgent? I had an important meeting at work. What's up?
I left my files at home and I need them at work. I left them on my desk last night after working on my computer, so you'll know where they are. You need to bring it to me right now.
What? I just had that important meeting and I couldn't answer the phone. Of course I'm at work, so there's no way I can go.
A meeting? LOL. What kind of meeting is worth your income? I have more important work than you. With your low income position, they won't notice if you left the company for a bit.
Low income? Isn't that too harsh? It's not as low as you think. I don't think we're that different. It depends on how much I work overtime, but our difference is about $200.
Are you stupid? $200 is a big difference. Just admit the fact. Besides, you know what? I put in more money for living expenses than you do. And I'm the breadwinner of the family, so you should know who you are. I'm better than you, right?
Huh? Is there such a thing as higher or lower position in a married couple? We are a family.
Family? That's fine, but there's still a difference. I'm the head of the family. You're in a lower position than me. Anyway, just go and get me my files. Unlike you, I'm using them for an important afternoon meeting. This is not for fun.
No. I'm not working for fun either. I have a business meeting with a client. You're the one who forgot them, so do something about it yourself.
Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are, Melody?
That's my word. I do all the housework. So if you consider what I do, I'm working more than you in terms of labor. Think about it and don't be bossy.
What are you joking? LOL. Which one of us is the bossy one? Women do the housework, that's obvious. I mean, you won't get paid for housework. Don't quibble just because you make less than me.
It's going to be a big problem if you say like that nowadays, you know? Your brain is that level even though you work. If you're acting like that at work, you're gonna get in trouble.
Who are you talking to? I'm your husband. You want to get divorced by being bossy?
You're the one who'll be in trouble if I divorce you. You can't do anything about the house. You don't even know where things are.
You'd be in trouble too. You're able to make a living because of my earnings. What are you going to do when I'm gone? You'll cry.
Hey, aren't married couples supposed to support each other equally?
I'm putting in enough money to live on.
I'm putting in my own money too. I'm not depending on you.
I put in more than you do, so you're able to live.
Do you know how much more you put in?
I don't care how much. It's true that I put in more.
We're going around in circles and it's making me sick.
Oh, that's good. Then you can leave work early and go home. You should just leave early from the beginning and bring me my files.
You're worried about your own stuff instead of your wife who's not feeling well? What the hell? I didn't marry you to be your housekeeper. This kind of conversation makes me wonder why I married you.
Of course, it's because I was old enough to get married, and you wanted to get married too.
You got married because I wanted to? And how about you?
Well, I was old enough to get married, and I thought maybe marriage would make things easier.
Is that about the housework? Am I a thing? It doesn't sound like I'm a wife. I'm a housekeeper.
I never said that. You're being paranoid. I mean, same to you. You think I'm your convenient wallet, huh?
I never thought of you that way.
Who knows? My colleagues say women are good at acting.
That's so disrespectful to women. You're talking against all the women in the world. There are plenty of women who make more money than men.
But you don't make more money than me.
Your attitude has changed like that lately, huh? Is it because of that coworker? You never said anything about my income before.
No, I was just being too nice to you. My colleague recently got divorced, and his ex-wife, who worked part-time, was spending her entire salary on herself and making ends meet on his salary. And then she gradually stopped doing housework. He advised me not to let that happen to me.
I have a full-time job. I work as much as you do, and I do all the housework.
For now, right? But you never know what will happen in the future. So we have to clarify who is in the higher position.
Are you serious? I like my job. That's why I keep working. What happens when you say you don't know what's going to happen in the future?
It's a life where you have no respect for me, where you don't do the housework, where you do whatever you want.
Do you think all the wives in the world are like your coworker's ex-wife? I have a full-time job to begin with, and I have no intention of quitting. Why do I have to be compared with her? Don't be rude and assume that all women are like that.
That's how women are.
If you're going to be so old-fashioned, then show me you make more money than I do so that you can make a difference in position.
You're an idiot. You're too old-fashioned to think that way.
That's a complete double standard. Don't be so easy.
What's so easy about it? I'm working so hard.
All you do is work.
You have no idea how hard it is.
I'm working too. If you take your job seriously, you wouldn't forget things. How sloppy. You're half-assed and sloppy, you know that?
Who's half-assed?
My husband, Thomas, I'm afraid. He doesn't even make as much as a celebrity. He's not even close to me, and he acts like he's a king.
I make more than you.
Yes, $200, LOL. Is that the only way you can protect your identity?
Don't talk nonsense. I'm seriously going to divorce you if you keep being bossy.
You think I'll obey you if you say so? You don't have any guts.
So do you.
If you have time to chat like this, go home and pick up what you forgot.
I'm busy. Why should I go back home?
Because you left them at home?
You bring them. Think about it. Your office is closer to home.
I'm busy too. Going back home, go to your office, and then back to my own office? Too irrational. Are you going to give me money for a cab?
There's no way I can be that wasteful.
You're now being stingy. Then I can't. I have work too.
You are stingy. You're more stingy with your love than I am with the money, aren't you? This was your chance to be a good wife. That's enough. If the meeting doesn't go well, it's your fault. You won't support your husband. Poor me.
How can you say that? No, it's clearly your fault.
We'll talk about this when I get back. Be prepared.
If you do anything mean, I'll call my dad and brother.
That's not fair.
That's my word. You tried to use me for your own reasons. Why do you have to be mad at me?
I don't give a shit about you anymore.
Blah, blah. Do what you want. Good luck at the meeting. Thomas, what's for dinner tonight? Will you cook? Oh, and do the laundry too.
Huh? What's wrong with you? Why should I, who earn more money than you, do the housework? It's your job.
Sorry, I got promoted.
What? That means you earn more? How much?
Ding dong! $500 more than you do. But it'll be more if you include overtime.
You're kidding. I can't believe you got promoted. How did you cheat?
Idiot! I didn't cheat. You know it's my real ability. Unlike you, I've been working hard every day. Well, I make more money than you do, so you'll do all the housework from now on, right?
What are you talking about? It's just $500.
Oh, who was complaining the other day about the $200 difference in salary?
A man do the housework? I'm busy at work too.
Don't make me say it again. I'm busy too. I work the same hours as you do. And yet, I make more money than you do. So, according to what you've been saying, you should be the one doing the housework, right?
That can't be. How can your salary go up that suddenly?
I've been working and studying for my qualification. While you were being lazy at home, I was studying hard.
You kept it a secret? I didn't even know.
I'm sure you didn't notice. You were just giving me orders, drinking alcohol, and watching TV. You didn't even look at me, did you? You didn't care what I did. You didn't care about the housekeeper who cooked your meals, cleaned your house, and did your laundry.
That's misunderstanding. I didn't say anything like that.
That's what you mean. So from now on, we're reversing positions.
Doing the housework is not my job. I can't cook. Are you going to eat burnt meat?
I'm not going to eat that. Why don't you take a cooking class?
I can't. I'm too busy at work. I don't have time for that.
You and we work the same hours. I was able to do it, so there's no way you can't.
I said I can't do it.
Then we're getting divorced.
What?
I've been thinking about it for a while. You mentioned it the other day too, right? I'm good with it too, so let's get divorced.
No, I didn't really mean it.
You were not really thinking about getting divorced, but the word divorce came up. See, I told you, you used the word divorce to get me to listen to you. How awful.
That was because you wouldn't listen to me, so I had no choice.
That means you wanted me to obey you, right? How is that even possible for a couple?
You could have just been nice and listened to me. Anyway, I'm not getting divorced.
Okay then, I'll have a lawyer. I still have your messages saying you will divorce me.
That's not fair.
You should really think about who is not fair. You just act like a big jerk and don't even do the housework, and all you do is make morally harassing comments. Aren't you the one who's not fair?
So you want me to help out a little with the housework?
I'm sorry, what? Did you say you'll help? Who do you think chores are for? It's for our lives, right? Help is wrong. We're supposed to share completely.
But housework is a woman's job.
How persistent. Are you going to pay me for doing the housework?
Why should I do that? Where in the world are there housewives like that?
Every housewife in the world does housework for her family, even if she doesn't get paid for it. Even though they work full-time or part-time or complete housewife. But the husband supports the wife.
That's why I'm working and earning money.
I told you I make more money than you.
I'm putting in a little more money for living expenses. You're so picky.
Don't you get it yet? We both work. You say you put more money into our living expenses, but after all, if we go out to eat, I pay for it. So it doesn't mean that you're paying more. We pay for each other's living expenses for the sake of our own lives, not for yourself.
So what?
So that means I get no support from you. This is just an exploitation of love, right? You push me to do everything. I wanted your feelings, not money. I wanted a support with your thoughts. I've totally lost feelings for you in the last few months, and I'm tired of doing all the housework.
Don't just give up.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You need to talk to a lawyer about the divorce. And please, talk about the division of property and so on. I'm going to stay at my sister's for the time being with my necessary things.
Wait a minute! Don't decide on your own. My opinion is...
That's enough. Me. It's always about you. I want to get divorced. That's all. If you want to talk about you, go and talk to a lawyer. Well, if he would listen to you.
Wait a minute, Melody. It's all because of my colleague. I was measuring your love. Sorry.
Now you're blaming others. Not your fault. Last time, it was my fault because I didn't deliver something you forgot, right? It's always someone else's fault. I don't want to spend my life with someone like that.
I'm sorry I blamed you. That's not what I meant. Hey, I was in such a hurry that I lost my mind. I beg you, please reconsider.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. You're just saying sorry to protect your poor self. Ew. I just want to get divorced and feel refreshed. Goodbye.
Wait, Melody, don't be so stubborn. If we get divorced, I'll be all alone. I won't be able to eat your food. Without you, I don't know where everything is. Oh, I'll help you. No, I'll do the housework. I got an idea. At least stay with me and teach me until I can live on my own, okay? Show me how, please. Hey, Melody, say something.
Thomas contacted me several times after that, but I did not reply to any of his messages. And after a month with a lawyer in between, the divorce was finalized. The divorce did not go smoothly, and he was as whiny as a child. At the end, our parents had to convince him. Now that we are divorced, I'm able to get more salary and I'm working positively to improve myself more. Has my standard of living gone down? No, not at all. On the contrary, it is much more relaxed. I realized this after the divorce, but he said he was paying more for living expenses than I was. But in reality, I think I was bearing more of the burden. Well, we were able to adjust it by dividing the property, so I have no complaints. Unlike me, who has become physically and mentally healthy, Thomas is unable to do housework, and I heard that he returned to his parents' home because he had a trouble with his work and his salary had dropped.
Harry, I'm sorry. Would you mind just having a ready meal for dinner tonight? We have a few in the freezer. You can have whichever you want.
Huh? You want me to heat something up for myself?
I'm feeling really dizzy today. It would be really hard for me to cook like this.
You already quit work and now you're having me do things around the house too?
I'm sorry. It's not like I want to be sick. So, can you stop saying things like that?
Sure. What a surprise. You're using your sickness as an excuse again.
Hey, come on.
We were barely getting by with the both of us working. Now that you've quit your job, I'm suddenly supporting both of us. Do you even realize how tough this is for me? Try putting yourself in my shoes.
Of course I feel bad about that, but aren't married couples supposed to support each other at times like this? In sickness and in health, remember? Besides, the reason we were barely scraping by, even back then, was because of all the money you wasted.
Hey, all the money I spend is for work. Since you're just a woman, you might not understand, but men need to socialize and network to get ahead in the workplace. We're even judged by what we wear, so of course I'm gonna need to buy clothes once in a while too.
Still, I don't think you have to spend as much as you do. Isn't everyone around you making the same salary anyway?
The clients obviously aren't. You have no idea what you're talking about, so don't talk to me about my work. Besides, you're not even working, right? You're living on my salary. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
So could you stop nagging me? Also, if you want to cut your spending so bad, why don't you start with yourself?
I've already been spending as little as possible, and it's not like I'm buying new clothes every month like you do.
But you eat 3 times a day, don't you?
Huh? Yes?
Even though you don't work and basically sleep all day, you think someone like that should be eating so much? From now on, how about you just eat my leftovers? That way our food budget can be cut in half too.
Wait, are you being serious?
You want us to save money, don't you? Besides, you don't even do anything all day. How hungry can you possibly get?
I'm still alive. Of course I get hungry. Maybe I don't need to eat as much as when I was working out, but when I'm not feeling too bad, I still do all the housework.
Whatever, try living as a food disposal unit for a while. You might even like it. We'll definitely save money that way. If you want me to save money so bad, you should show me how it's done.
I understand. But do you even realize how horrible you're being to me? I can't believe how suddenly you changed since I got sick and stopped working. Was I nothing but another source of income to you?
Huh? This is your own fault. You're the one who was talking about saving money. You know whose fault it is that we have less money? This is all because of you getting sick, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I get it already. It's all my fault.
As long as you understand, it's fine. Just don't forget, it's my hard work keeping the lights on. So you have no right to complain to me.
Harry, can I ask you for something? I have a hospital appointment tomorrow, so could you give me $100 when you get home?
What? It costs $100?
I don't think it'll be that expensive, but it's better to be on the safe side.
Are you sure you're not just gonna use the money to buy something for yourself on the way home?
Of course not. I've always shown you all the receipts, haven't I? Of course I'm gonna give you back any money that's left over.
Ugh. And didn't I just give you some pocket money the other day?
That was just for food, right? It's not enough to pay for the hospital, too.
You know, are you even trying to save money? It seems like our money is just disappearing.
So just give me back my own debit card. If I use my own savings, you have no complaints, right?
I'm not just giving you money while you keep living on my dime. Didn't we already decide I'd be in charge of all of our money? Don't complain now.
Harry, seriously, what's up with you? I never asked you to manage my bank account. Aren't you practically robbing me? To be frank, I don't know how much longer I can live like this. I've been thinking of moving back to my parents' house so I can focus on getting better.
What? What are you talking about? After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me?
I'm thankful for you supporting me, but be honest. You don't like me being in the house all the time, do you? Ever since I got sick, you've been treating me worse and worse. I'm not begging you to pity me for my illness or anything, but I expected you to be a bit more considerate at least.
If I wasn't being considerate, I'd have kicked you to the curb a long time ago. Day after day, staying cooped up in the house with a miserable look on your face. I let you live there all this time, completely free.
I've just been eating leftovers every day. And to save money, I don't even use the heating. All while you've been drinking and coming home late pretty much every single day.
So what? I told you I have to drink with a lot of people for work. Plus, my boss was replaced by some woman, so I'm more stressed than ever. She's been flooding me with work.
You're flooded with work, yet you're still going drinking every day. If you have that much money to spare, we could be living so much more comfortably.
Why should I have to save money for your sake? It's my own money I'm spending, right? Who are you to complain? I'm the one working.
Yeah, I understand that.
You really don't get it. Right, I've decided, as a punishment, you're not going to the hospital.
Excuse me?
We'll save money that way, right? It's not like you're gonna get better if you go. You've been stuck at home for 3 months already, right? Why are we still wasting money on medicine?
What are you talking about? Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? If I want to get better, of course I have to keep getting treatment.
But like I said, it's pointless. Wouldn't you rather just save on hospital bills? That way, you could even start eating more than just leftovers.
I really don't know what to do. Do you have any idea how insane you sound?
I really don't know what to do with you either. Do you really think you can live without me? Your dad's already dead. And your mom's in the hospital, so your family home's empty, isn't it? And to top it off, you have your illness. Do you really think you can live alone?
And despite all that, I'd still rather be alone than with you. I don't think I'll ever get better if I keep living like this. Anyway, just give me back my bank account.
Shut up. I'm busy right now. This conversation is over.
You can't just end the conversation.
When I get home, I'm not giving you any money, you know? So hurry up and cancel your hospital appointment tomorrow. And don't waste any more of my money. Megan, where are you? And what were you thinking, leaving all the drawers in the house wide open like that? You left the house a total mess. Don't tell me you took your health insurance card without my permission.
So what if I did?
Don't play games with me. Who said you could go to the hospital? Come home right now.
You're pretty demanding, aren't you? For someone who's never seeing his wife again.
My wife? Who is this? Is it not Megan?
Your lovely wife, Megan, is sleeping at the hospital right now. This is your boss, Susan.
Huh? Susan? You mean my manager?
Yes, that's right. I'm using Megan's phone.
Susan, thanks for everything at work. But could I ask why you're with my wife?
Because there was some urgent matters I needed to discuss with you. So I went directly to your house. But it seems like you haven't been home since yesterday. And then, while I was talking to your wife, she collapsed. So, of course, I took her to the hospital.
I'm so sorry for the trouble my wife caused you. But why did you need to see me on a weekend?
Didn't I already say? There are some things I have to talk to you about. Well, at the very least, I guess I've learned how useless of a man you are. Would you mind coming into the office right now?
Of course, I'll be right there. But I apologize if I smell of alcohol. I've been drinking a little. Is that all right?
Your wife is having such a hard time. But you seem in pretty good spirits, don't you?
My friend forced me to drink with him. I'm terribly sorry.
If you're sober enough to talk, then it's fine. Also, please bring all of your wife's bank cards.
Huh? Why do you want me to bring those?
Because your wife asked for them. Didn't she tell you already how she wants to leave you?
That's a little personal.
I heard you don't even give her enough money to live. And not letting a sick person go to the hospital. Do you think that's acceptable? Do you understand how cruel your actions have been?
Please excuse me, but I don't think my private life is really any of your concern.
No, it really is.
Huh?
You've been embezzling company funds, haven't you? If you try to run away now, you'll be in even deeper water. Since you're currently under surveillance, I don't want to hear any excuses. So just come straight to the office with your wife's bank cards right now.
Megan, when are you coming home? I'm begging you. Please come home soon. I promise I'll apologize for everything up until now.
You've probably heard from Susan already, but I'm divorcing you.
I don't want a divorce. I'm really sorry for taking you for granted up until now. I promise I'll become a better man from now on.
You mean like the kind of man who steals from his company to go drinking? Or the kind of man who steals my sickness benefit checks? You're gonna be a better man? Do you even believe your own words?
I'm really sorry.
Also, you were trying to take my savings from before we met too, weren't you? It seems like you got locked out for guessing my PIN number wrong too many times.
I was really struggling for money. The truth is, I'm in a lot of debt.
I know. I heard everything from your boss, Susan. It was all for another woman too, right? I'm totally speechless. You were really just using me for money after all.
It's not like that. It wasn't until after we got married that I met that bartender. But I just thought she was a really good person, so I wanted to help her with money. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Even though you went as far as embezzlement to support her, your feelings must have been really strong. I really can't understand. Well, not that I want to anyway.
I get it already. I'll never go to that bar again.
By won't go, you actually mean can't go, right? But aren't you relieved? If you pay back the money embezzled, your company's not filing a police report, right?
I'm still screwed. I can't stay at my office anymore, so they're demoting me and sending me off to a subsidiary. And I have to keep working till the debt's paid off.
Wow! They're even giving you a place to work after everything you've done? What a nice company.
How are they nice? They've cut my salary in half. And I still have debts I got into before the embezzlement. Things really couldn't be worse.
And? What, do you expect me to feel sorry for you? Aren't these just the consequences of your own actions?
Megan, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. Recently, I've been thinking about nothing but money, even though you've been so sick.
You're realizing this now.
I promise I'll treasure you from now on. I'll do everything I can to help you get better. So I'm begging you, let me make things up to you. I've realized I need someone like you by my side.
Someone like me? Or like that girl from the bar? You know, the one you embezzled money for. I really don't think I can help you.
That's not true. I just got so used to how perfect you are and started taking you for granted. But now I'm really a new person.
You can be whoever you want, but do you mind keeping me out of it? You keep saying you want to fix things between us. But are you sure you don't just want to get to my monthly sickness benefits or my savings? You can't hide your intentions anymore.
It's not like that. You've got to believe me. I promise I've changed. Without you by my side, I don't know what I'll do.
I don't really care about what trash like you does.
Huh?
Making his sick wife eat his leftovers every day, and even stopping her from going to the hospital. Do you think anyone would want to make things up with a guy like that? Have you already forgotten everything you did? Even when we were both working, you left all the housework for me. And still, as soon as I became sick, you turned on me. I really never want to see your face again.
Megan, I'm really so sorry. I really regret everything. I'm sorry. Please save me. I really can't go on alone.
I really don't care if you live or die. But please, at least sign the divorce papers first. Susan's bringing them to you next meeting, so don't forget to sign them.
Don't abandon me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aren't you the one who abandoned me first? And besides, if I took you back, I'd be wasting a lot of money, wouldn't I? Breaking up with you has been the biggest money saver of my life. I managed to divorce my husband thanks to the help of his boss, Susan. The divorce went pretty smoothly. Also, we didn't have a lot of shared property to divide. But thanks to all the mental stress he put me under while I was sick, he ended up having to pay me some compensation. Ever since my husband was demoted, he's been spending his days working hard to pay off all his debts. And even though his company never pressed charges, he embezzled quite a large amount of money. So, of course, if he ever tries to run before it's paid off, the police will be informed. I also heard my in-laws cut ties with him after they heard about everything that happened. They were even worried about me becoming single while I was so ill and went as far as helping me move. So thanks to them, I'm back home now and recovering steadily. I can go visit my mother in the hospital more often too now. And best of all, I'm finally free from that husband of mine. I really feel like my sickness is finally making a turn for the better. I even get the occasional call from Harry's parents and his old boss, Susan. I'm truly grateful I've been able to meet so many wonderful people who genuinely care about me. For now, I'm gonna keep focusing on getting better in hopes of paying back their kindness as soon as I can.